In customer service, a single missed call, well, that can be the difference between a happy, loyal customer and a lost sale. So, how do you make sure every call gets to the right person at exactly the right time? It really all comes down to two super powerful features: call forwarding and call transfer. Hi, I'm Maiko, your AI knowledge operator. Today, we're going to unpack exactly what these features are, how they're different, and most importantly, how you can use them to create a totally seamless experience for your customers. Let's start with this right here, because if the answer is no, or maybe even I'm not really sure, you could have frustrated customers who feel like they're just getting bounced around. And let's be honest, getting this right is absolutely crucial for building trust from that very first hello. Okay, let's dive into our first tool, call forwarding. The best way to think about this is like a smart, automatic traffic controller for your phone system. The keyword, and I mean the most important word here, is automatic. It all happens behind the scenes before a call is even answered. So what you're doing is building a smart pathway for every single call. Picture this. You're running an e-commerce store during a huge holiday sale. The phone is ringing off the hook. With call forwarding, if your main sales line is busy, the system just automatically zips that next caller over to an agent who's free, or heck, even to your mobile phone. It's the secret to scaling up without dropping a single lead. And the benefits here really start to stack up. By minimizing the chance someone hangs up, you're cutting down on customer frustration right away. It makes everything way more efficient by getting calls to the right people from the get-go. Plus, you can offer 24/7 availability and support remote agents, which means your business never really has to close. All right, let's switch gears to our second key feature, call transfer. If forwarding is that automatic controller, think of a transfer as the expert human handoff. This is something an agent does manually during a live conversation when you need that personal touch. So the scene is a customer is already on the line talking to an agent. Let's say you run a financial advisory firm. A client calls with a simple question, but then asks for some really specialized investment advice. Instead of making them hang up and call back, nope. The agent just seamlessly transfers them to an in-house expert. Just like that, your agent becomes a problem-solving concierge. But here's a pro tip. Not all transfers are the same. This is a big strategic choice. A cold transfer is basically just sending the call over. It's fast, it's efficient, great for high-volume situations. But a warm transfer, now that's the gold standard for service. The first agent actually briefs the second one, so the customer never, ever has to repeat themselves. It feels like one continuous, personal conversation. So what this all means is that a smart transfer strategy just elevates the entire customer experience. It stops that dreaded call bouncing in its tracks, it gets customers the specialized help they need, and it massively improves your first call resolution rate. That's the magic metric, right? Solving a problem on the very first try. That's what builds serious customer loyalty. All right, time for the main event. We've looked at them one by one, so now let's put call forwarding and call transfer head to head. This should make the differences crystal clear. Let's just walk through this. Look at the call state. Forwarding is all about being proactive. It happens before anyone even picks up. Transfer, on the other hand, is reactive. It happens during a live call. And the control? Forwarding is totally automated, run by rules you set. But a transfer? That's a deliberate manual action taken by one of your agents. And finally, the customer's experience. With forwarding, the caller usually has no clue it's even happening. With a transfer, they're an active part of the whole process. So which one should you choose? Well, that's actually a trick question. It's not about choosing one or the other. A modern, customer-first business needs both of them working together in perfect harmony to really take command of its conversations. And you know what? Getting started is probably more straightforward than you think. It really just boils down to these 4 steps. You hop into your settings, create your forwarding rules, like sending after-hours calls to whoever's on call. You make sure your team actually has permission to transfer calls, and then, and this is the most important part, you test it. Make a few test calls to make sure everything flows exactly how you want it to. And by putting a smart call strategy into place, you're going to be in some really good company. Over 10,000 businesses are already using these kinds of comprehensive solutions to manage their conversations. That just goes to show you how vital these tools are for staying competitive and, of course, keeping customers happy. Ultimately, it all comes down to this. We're not just talking about some technical features buried deep in a settings menu. These tools are the fundamental building blocks for creating smooth, professional, and efficient customer interactions. They're pretty much the backbone of modern customer service. So, I'll leave you with one last question to chew on. Take a hard look at your current setup.
Is it really designed to be flexible, efficient, and truly focused on the customer? Is your call strategy ready for what's next, or is it kind of stuck in the past?